Okay, let's look at the structure of a flowering plant. And as I was saying a while in terms of how you can tell the difference between the two, okay, flowers are either heterosporangiate or bisporangiate. Okay, the word hetero, what does that mean? Hetero means different. Okay, and so if you have a heterosporangiate flower, that means that you got a male and a female part that is going to be produced in the actual flower structure at the top. That you're going to have the corolla on one end and, of course, the stamen on the other end. Okay? That's very critical for you to understand that, where they're producing pollen and ovule in different organs. That's very critical for you to see that. Then in the bisporangiate flower or cluster, that's where you have both of them coming in together. And you can see that clearly here in this bisporangiate cluster in all of these composite flowers that are here. These show us clearly in each one of these you got a flower within a flower. And you can really see that clearly. And camera, I've got this one here that maybe you might be able to zoom in. You can see clearly right in the middle. Okay? Each one of those little individual parts is a flower within a flower. Okay? Okay, very good. Okay, now, as I was saying a while ago, with the bisporangiate flower, that you've got carpels on this end and stamens on the other end. The stamen consists of the anther and filament. The carpel, on the other hand, consists of the stigma, style, and ovary. Okay? And then, of course, these are often fused together to form a single pistil, which is right in here. This is a pistil in the center of the flower, and then, of course, inside the pistil is the ovule, which gets fertilized and eventually becomes a fruit. Okay, that's the part of the flower that develops into a fruit. Okay, very good. Now, surrounding the carpels are several narrow stalks that are topped by pollen sacs. These pollen-bearing sacs are called the stamens, and you can see those right in here. Each one of these pollen-bearing sacs, okay, each one of those is the stamen. And of course up here at the top is the anther, and the anther is what carries the stamen. And on my flowers here, hello, you can see them clearly in terms of what I'm talking about up here. Okay, you got your stamen and your anthers up there at the top, and these are the ones that have the pollen that open up and allow for fertilization to take place. Okay, around these reproductive organs, of course, you have the sepals and the petals, and all of this part right in here is called the perianth. And of course, on this side right here, you still have your female parts, and on this other end, your male parts. Very good. Okay, now, in monocots and primitive dicots, the sepals may be indistinguishable as shown in this picture. And this is my actual lily right here. You can see that clearly, as they're kind of indistinguishable right in here in the lower part. And the reason for that is that the perianth parts are actually the petals. Okay, not just the sepals the way it is in other plants, but on especially you can see that very clearly. Okay, the first flowering plant, numerous floral parts spiral around a central axis, very similar to this one here, much like the magnolia. And in most angiosperms, however, the flower parts are relatively few and are arranged in a whorl, in which a set of parts are all attached around the central axis at the same level instead of being attached in a staggered spiral. Okay, that's very good for you to see that. Okay.